Are you serious? Are you serious, guys? We do have urgent breaking news just coming in here. I'm going to share this with you in just a second. Something's going on. Something's definitely going on our planet. Let me put a quick shout out, if you don't mind, for bhmd1.com/Paul. That's bhmd1.com/Paul. We've been told our whole lives that wrinkle creams were the easiest way to look younger. Now, one doctor, and I think I got to fix something here, because if I don't, the sound will sound really bad. Yes. It'll sound better. One doctor is saying that this isn't anything new, but it is. He's saying that this is old news, because this is what they've been doing for years. These moisturizers, these glorified moisturizers, they hardly make a dent on your appearance. Some even are harmful to your skin. But recently, Dr. John Lakey has focused his attention away from the mainstream cosmetic practices. And here's why: to pursue a revolutionary anti-aging breakthrough, one that some experts say could empty the wallets of the cosmetic industry. It's almost like photoshopping your face. You may even be mad after you look in the mirror and see just how easily you could have been reducing some of these wrinkles. It's his personal clients have dubbed this the do-it-yourself technique, the age rewinder method. It takes years, maybe even decades, off your life, off your face, off your appearance. Are you serious? It's amazing. Here's what you should do, guys. Click on the link below this video. Go to bhmd1.com/Paul. That's bhmd1.com/Paul. You will be very glad that you did. I guarantee it. All right, here's the deal. Guys, a mega earthquake has just hit Vanuatu. A mega quake has just hit Vanuatu. And this isn't good. I'm going to tell you right now, this is not good at all. It's a 7.3, and it is disaster. It hit the capital of Vanuatu. Now, I have reported on earthquakes in Vanuatu for the last 15 years. It does get a lot of earthquakes, usually in a 5, sometimes in a 6, and they're usually real deep, and there's really nobody ever really gets hurt from them, okay? But this time is different. It is a mega quake right in the capital of Vanuatu. And there's devastation everywhere. This has just happened. The information just now coming in. Buildings have been flattened with this 7.3 magnitude earthquake. And it really does look like it was stronger than 7.3, to be honest. This earthquake struck near the Vanuatu's capital of Port Vila. It triggered massive landslides, crushing cars, flattening multiple buildings throughout the capital, including a complex that is home to a number of Western embassies. So there is a serious, you should see this thing. Incredible. There are unconfirmed reports of deaths, but the full extent of that damage remains unclear because the power and all the mobile networks across the country have been cut off. Guys, several different nations' embassies were in this large complex, and that entire building collapsed on top. It's like flat, like pancakes. Dan McGarry is a journalist living over in Port Vila. He said the hospital authorities have told him that people are dead. Several people are being brought in serious condition, and lots of people are trapped in the rubble. Also, the landslides, devastation as the mountains just come melting down. The emergency services are going to be swamped. We have limited equipment. We have very little capabilities. There is no cell phones working. There's no mobile phones. The power is out throughout the entire country, the island country of Vanuatu. And one of the clips that did get out to a Facebook page somehow, dozens of people standing outside of the Villa Central Hospital, many lying on the ground in gurneys, can't even get in for the treatment. Guys, this is bad. This is really bad. Michael Thompson, director of the Vanuatu Jungle Zipline Adventure Company, said that told the news media that he's seen bodies laying in the streets everywhere. There's multiple buildings that have come crashing down. There's huge rescue operations now trying to get started but they got to clear all the people out of the way. There are people trapped in these buildings. One person said the ceiling started coming down. According to Mr. Thompson's wife, Amanda, she told the BBC this. We often have earthquakes here, but not like this. The house has giant cracks in our house. The doors are smashed. The glass is everywhere. It's unbelievable. And we're feeling a lot of aftershocks. Guys, I'm looking at pictures of buildings like pancakes. And this is a very, very horrific situation. I'm going to see if I can pull up maybe one of these here. And they can't get much out. I'm looking at the U.S. Embassy here. It's definitely damaged. Okay, so give me a moment. I'm going to see if I can I'll try to get the clips out of here. And we need you to be praying. The world doesn't even know what's going on. You know, that's the thing about it. And they get mad at us. They get mad at guys like me who report stuff pretty quickly after things happen. And they don't want to give us the credibility no more. They don't put us on the front page of Google like they used to do if you come out there first, or, you know, you're early in the game. You know, I beat the news media all the time back in the day, still do, but you never know because they don't want to give us the credit. They just bury us until one of their agencies come out with it. Give me a second here. I'm going to see if I can get a couple pictures up here for you, at least, if I can. It's just not good. I got the U.S. Embassy here. U.S. Embassy. Let's put that one here. I don't know what I just did. Okay. That's not good. Things are backwards, upside down. Everything's wrong. All right, I'll just throw that one up there. And then I'll try another one here while that one's uploading. Here we go. This might be a little better showing it. Again, hard to get information out of there right now. This will probably show some of the pancake effect. But buildings are everywhere. Bodies are laying everywhere in the streets. The hospitals are filling up. There you see behind me, this building here, you can see it just collapsed. Boom, 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 like pancakes. There's not a lot of tall buildings in Vanuatu, but, you know, you still got 4 and 5 buildings with 4 or 5 floors. Here's the U.S. Embassy, and you can't see it, but part of it, you can see back behind me, there's some of the, right back here, but the U.S. Embassy has collapsed. Many embassies have collapsed because some of them was in one building in a shared space. The U.S. Embassy definitely has had some damage to it. We know people are dead in the streets. It's a very terrible situation that has developed in Vanuatu. Their infrastructure. The United States Geological Survey is saying that at least 4 major aftershocks have hit since this 7.3 quake has hit a couple hours ago. And the depth of this was only 6 miles deep, so very shallow. Authorities in the neighborhood of New Zealand and Australia said there is no tsunamis. That's one good piece of news. There could have been a massive tsunami from this thing. Australia has also said it stands ready to help support Vanuatu as the extent of the damage is now being assessed. Vanuatu's a family. We'll always be there in times for them, said the Foreign Minister of Australia, Penny Wong. New Zealand said it is deeply concerned. They're monitoring the situation. Our thoughts are with the people and authorities in Vanuatu. That's according to the Foreign Minister of New Zealand, Winston Peters. And so it is not good. We really need to pray for these folks. The United States needs to know this has happened. I don't know where President Biden is, to be quite honest with you, or the Vice President Harris. They're hardly ever at the White House. Maybe we should just contact Trump down at Mar-a-Lago. Somebody's got to get the information to the people. Now, we have enough problems even here in America with the FEMA response to the major hurricane that hit up there in Asheville, North Carolina, and the eastern Tennessee. We all know what a disaster that has been. The lack of response, the government telling us they're out of money, this, that, and the other. And oh, by the way, this isn't the only catastrophe. This is not just the only catastrophe taking place in the world right now. Okay, I mean, the island, the French territory there, Mayotte. I mean, they had a cyclone. I reported on this Sunday night. My son Bart Begley did a video on it yesterday, right here on my YouTube channel for me. When he does his news updates, he covered it. They believe now that over 1,000 people are dead. And the problem is there's no power, there's no cell phone, there's no way to hardly get any information out of there. But we're understanding that this cyclone came into the island French territory. It's a French territory of Mayotte, and that there's at least 1,000 people dead there. This one here, we don't know how many people are dead in Vanuatu. We just know the hospitals are filling up. Bodies are in the streets. People are buried in the rubble. There's all power is pretty well out in the entire island nation. The Australians and the New Zealanders are down there close to it. So they're down there trying to help find out what they can do on this situation. And meanwhile, let me just give you a quick update on after this 7.3 earthquake that hit in Vanuatu, which was massive and mega and right in the capital where the people are. There was an aftershock of 5.5. Then there was one of 4.7, followed by one of 4.9, followed by a 5.0, then 4.7, a 5.4. This is a lot of heavy shaking and very shallow, okay, of buildings already that are crushed. And they said the mountains were melting, landslides like the islands were just melting as they came down from this heavy shake. New Zealand's had a 4.5 earthquake too. Probably, who knows? I don't know if that was just, it's 700 miles from there. I don't think that would do that. Anyway, then there was another 4.7 aftershock, followed by a 4.5. The South Sandwich Islands, for some reason, had a quake, 5.2. Then a 4.6, another aftershock, 4.6, followed by another one at 4.8, followed by another one at 5.1. And there's a lot of other quakes going on in the world besides these. I mean, but this is a lot of aftershocks that have hit Vanuatu. A lot of aftershocks. It's shaking and quaking. The devil's back is definitely breaking. My mind is starting to be in a process of aching because I have other information. We have huge, huge news coming out of the Middle East, out of Russia. And also there's unbelievable nations, governments are collapsing. So I'll be right back in a minute with another update. Oh, and by the way, I just did a video over at Patreon. Huge information on drones. I got a phone call last night from an insider. This is a person who's got a definite inside connection within the incoming Trump administration. So I want to share that. Go to Patreon. Let me see what I called that video at Patreon. I just posted it, and then Heidi comes in with a note saying, we've just had a mega quake in Vanuatu. You need to jump on this. Okay, yes, I just did it. It's called at Patreon. I just did a video. I did one yesterday that people really didn't know, where the media said when I talked about asteroid Apophis that it was divination, and I just went off on them. And you can watch that video. That happened actually years about. You just check it out. You'll see it. Now, this video I just did, it's drones update. That's just the title of it, drones update, and it is a significant information that will help you. I think it will help you understand what's going on, but won't check it out. It's from an insider, and you need to hear what I had to say on this one. It's over at Patreon. If you're not a member of my Patreon channel, you can become one absolutely instantly. Go over there, sign up, make your contribution. It's up to you. You can pledge whatever you want. Most people give an average of around $5 a month. Some people give more than that. They like to give on that platform to our ministry. Some people give less. You do what you want, but look, I'm putting 1 or 2 videos a day over there and that's where I can talk about some stuff that I can't talk about here. Find out what I just found out last night's phone call about 10:30 last night. I just posted it on Patreon. It's getting crazy out there, guys. It's starting, and I've got more information. So you'll want to go to Patreon and watch this video I just did. Maybe watch the last 2 or 3 if you've been missing. If you haven't, if you sign up, you can watch all of my exclusive videos. You get access to all of them instantly. Also, I'm going to be coming back here with some huge news in just a moment.
God, I'm so scared.
We're in the last days, is what I'm trying to say.
For this crooked generation, you even find faith in the earth when you bring down revelation. Forgive us now the sins of our youth.
Calm down!
Worshiping the idols that knew everything but the truth. Teach us how to uncorrupt our minds. Show us now while we still have the time. We need you.
Yes, we do, Lord.
Yeshua.
We need Yeshua. He's coming.
Holy, holy, hallelujah. We need you.
Yeshua.
Holy, holy, hallelujah.
I do need more coffee.
We abandon everything to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the streets. How much will we see before the fire falls? Lord, could
you heard
this
me?
Really be the last altar call? We need your blood over the doorposts of our hearts. Anoint us with your fiery love as the praise and worship starts. We need you, Yeshua.
Holy, holy, hallelujah.
We need you, Yeshua. Holy, holy, hallelujah. We abandoned everything to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the streets. Oh, we abandoned everything to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the streets.
Thank you, sweetheart.
We abandoned everything to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the stream.
Oh, yes.
We abandoned everything to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the stream.
This is really, really good coffee. Heidi just brought me a fresh cup. She heard me, and she's just a wonderful wife, And so anyway, get a fresh cup of coffee. You can see the steam coming off that one. Can you guys see that? Steam? I don't know. Anyway, I'll keep you up to speed on what's going on here in Vanuatu. These folks really need our prayer, and they need the attention. The world needs to know what's happening because they are out in the middle of nowhere. And this is obviously a significant earthquake. And also, I just posted at Patreon a video on drones. You got to watch it. It's from insider information I got. And also, I'm going to be coming right back. There's some critical information, some news that's just happened, and I'm getting my hands around this right now. It is really, really getting, the world is spinning out of control. The signs of the coming of Jesus Christ are everywhere. Really, they're everywhere. And so if you're not saved, look, even if you just said, Pastor Paul, I just don't know. I mean, do you really think that the prophecies in the Bible are going to come to pass? It's unbelievable how they're coming to pass. It's unbelievable. And the very words that Jesus said in Matthew 24, Mark 13, Luke 21, they are taking place right now. We are in these end times. Look what he said. Jesus said, there will be false Christ and false prophets shall rise, and they shall deceive many. And you'll hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. We're watching this. And there will be famines and pestilences, plagues and earthquakes in different places. And all of these are just the beginning of sorrows. It's just the birthing pains of the coming of the Lord, but they're intensifying. And the very specific things like certain countries getting in position to attack Israel, they are doing that. The very ones he even names. Other specific atrocities and signs, biblical signs, are happening among governments and among, in the religious world as far as that's concerned, and Jerusalem and the Middle East and just all over the world. And the signs of the wickedness that it would increase. So yeah, we're watching all the signs of these last days. I'll be back. I'll be back in a few minutes, in just a moment, right here on the coming apocalypse.